In fact, also the contaminant found in cold reef has been called diethylene glycol. Let's try and understand why this is dangerous to consume. Diethylene glycol and ethylene glycol are industrial solvents used in antifreeze, paints, brake fluids and plastics. They are not meant to be consumed as medicines, but they contaminate pharmaceutical ingredients like glycerine, often due to poor oversight or suppliers using cheaper industrial grade material. When ingested, it breaks down into toxic compounds, causing severe kidney, liver and nervous system damage. Symptoms in children begin with nausea, abdominal pain and reduced urination. In severe cases, this progresses rapidly to acute kidney failures, seizures, death as well. Children are especially vulnerable because even tiny amounts relative to their body weight can be fatal. Now, what makes children so vulnerable to these hazardous elements, Dr. Bagai? And also, what makes these two variants of glycol so hazardous, which is why even less quantity of them in syrup, such as the ones being sold in these errant states, can even cause them to be fatal in some cases.
Indeed. So ethylene glycol is a toxic, nephrotoxic and a carcinogen. Like you have already described, it goes through stage 1 of complications, stage 2 and stage 3. And the window of shifting from stage 1 to 2 and then to 3 is less than 24 hours. Ultimately, what really happens is there's a complete body and organ shutdown. The ingredient of ethylene glycol is metabolized in a form through enzymes which make oxalic acid. So oxalic acid is a particular ingredient which forms crystals, and the tubules, that means your filtering part of your kidney, get blocked and children go into complete kidney failure. That is no urine output, and they go into what we call as uremia. That means you can have convulsions, seizures and indeed death. Now, the window of safety is extremely narrow. Your toxic dose is 0.1 milligram per kilogram and your lethal dose is 1 milligram per kilogram. That means with practically no significant change in the ingredients, a child can slip into a lethal dose. The complications are so massive that with coexisting illnesses, children, especially under the age group of 4 or 5, have very limited bandwidth of reserve kidney function. That means you can lose more than 50 to 60% of your kidney function with no reflection in your blood test, what we call as serum creatinine. You can exponentially go into complete kidney shutdown within 24 hours. This is extremely, extremely lethal, and I just don't understand why such simple basics can't be got right.
All right, let me in fact draw you in there, Dr. Rao, as well. Dr. Rao, if these if these components like diethylene glycol and ethylene glycol are so hazardous, why are they being used in the first place in cough syrups, A, and B, what makes them so hazardous? Reportedly, they are used in brake fluids and other sort of materials as well. Is that correct? Antifreeze paints as well?
Yes, as I said earlier, there is some confusion in many people's mind between glycerine and propylene glycol. There is only a small difference chemically between them, but as I said earlier, glycerine comes from usually is made from natural sources and is safe, whereas propylene glycol is made from petroleum, and in the process of manufacturing it, ethylene glycol and diethylene glycol is often a contaminant in the manufacturing of propylene glycol. And if you are not very careful and you use propylene glycol as is used for children's cough syrup, then you have to be extremely careful in your manufacturing process that you don't have these contaminants. And there is a safe limit which is accepted for adults, but for children, even that so-called safe limit is not safe enough. So, in my opinion, if you don't have a way of ensuring that propylene glycol used in children's cough syrup is safe, then you better ban it for everyone and say that just like you use glycerol or glycerine as it is called in adult cough syrup is also used for children's cough syrup. And unnecessary use of cough syrup is prevented by better awareness among the public, and not unnecessarily go and take these things from the pharmacist. And you have to get the pharmacy also regulated. Yes, Uday. So this is what I suggest.
For more such videos, subscribe to the Newsx YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.